Hey guys, happy election day here. It's Tuesday, November 6th, and I just want to touch base with you guys. I'm kind of excited about a few things. Couple talking points, just silly things going on in the country. But please, if you haven't, get out there and vote today. Again, instead of let's sit here pointing the fingers, here's a mess. Instead of pointing the fingers at everybody and saying what's wrong, if you're not happy, get out there and put your vote in. And if you like what's going on, again, get out there and put the vote in. I've gotten a lot of contacts from folks asking how I'm doing, asking how the book is going, asking how the business portion of PTT is going, and I'm happy to tell you that it is going for sure. I'm back home. I start a job to get some bills caught up next Monday, and we'll see how all that plays out. It's not my end all by any means, but I need to do something short term. But in the meantime, I am happy to announce, and frankly, I'm a little proud of myself as to how the book is coming into writing. I've completed my first two children's books. I've got the first 3 chapters of the book, the Journey book, done, and I foresee having 2 more done by the end of the night tonight. I was surprised, quite honestly, as I start writing, how much time goes into it, how much time we have, how much time I spend writing. It's, I don't know, it was a little overwhelming, quite frankly, the last couple of days, because I really bared down and got into it. But this is really my full-time job right now. It's important for me to get the book completed and done and out to the people that have been loyal to me and looking forward to it, quite honestly. So there's a lot of positives that are happening. I'll also have my first class meeting with the school next Tuesday, and that's always exciting. I shouldn't say my first. On the journey, I met with Clinton Middle School at their assembly in Oklahoma, but I have a local school that I'll be meeting with to talk about the journey and answer any questions the kids may have, and see how that parlays into something bigger and better. A lot of folks heard my video yesterday about my church experience on Sunday, and a lot of people have been supportive, basically with the message of, like, don't give up on it, and keep going until you find the one that kind of speaks to you, and you'll find it. And I want to be sure that everybody's clear that I absolutely am going to do that. It was never an option. It wasn't. I was just sharing, trying to be as transparent as I can. To the couple of people that have reached out to me that kind of applauded me for saying what I said and saying, hey, you know what? A lot of people think like you do and just don't have the balls to say it. I appreciate you being as honest and open as you were about it. And again, I didn't try to be anyway. That's just who I am. If you ask me a question, I'll kind of tell you what's on my mind and how I see things. So on that note, it was funny. There were 2. I don't know if I said they were polar opposites, but 2 stories I heard in the last week that I thought were, almost mind-boggling about people, and in particular, one of the things I'm talking to you about is social media. And I'm going to ask a favor when I'm done with this video, and I'm purposely doing it at the end to see how many people actually hang tight, to the end and so forth. So, just a couple of thoughts. I might have some of the facts wrong in terms of the airlines, and for that I apologize, but it was so funny. It wasn't so funny. In fact, it wasn't funny at all. It was really sad. But apparently, last week sometime, you can look it up. I want to say it was American, but some South Florida woman who has her own business, makeup line, whatever, picked up her suitcase off of the conveyor belt when she landed and went home and proceeded to call up and scathe verbally every employee of American Airlines, I believe it was American, and everybody else, and what a bunch of buffoons. They went through her stuff, they stole her stuff, they replaced it with cables and work stuff, and how dare they. And then she took to social media, and she blasted out these scathing emails, these scathing posts, these tweets, whatever the hell they were, just completely belittling the company and trashing them on every level. on every level. What happened? The idiot took the wrong bag off the conveyor belt. Never thought of pointing the thumb at themselves and said, you know what, let me check this. Maybe that's possible. Got to be somebody else. Got to be that they did this, right? So here she went on this tirade for a couple of days, ranting and raving about how, whatever word you want to look for, how unscrupulous or deceitful or thief-like the company was. And then when she found out it was her mistake, I guess to her credit, she at least acknowledged it, but her acknowledgement was simply, oh, shucks, sorry about that, guys. I appreciate you helping me out and finding my bag for me. You know, here you blast out these unbelievable rants that go viral, and then the company's deemed to not have done what you are accusing them of, and your simple response is, oops, sorry. It's just absurd. And I think it was American again. To their credit, I believe they just simply tweeted out, glad we could help, something like that. So classy, I thought, of how they handled an idiot. Quite frankly, she's an idiot. So, and I know now the haters, if you're still watching, will go, oh, here he is judging people. No, when you accuse people falsely without taking the time to look, and then take the social media as your first recourse, sorry, but you're an idiot. So, conversely, this story just came out in the last day or two, if I understand it correctly, and I have had my own experiences, nothing like this at all, but it's something about airlines that I guess the employees feel so empowered, because what are your alternatives? What are you really going to do in the moment? You're desperate to get somewhere, and it just seems like a lot of, not everyone, again, not even the majority, but, a higher percentage of airline employees seem to have this attitude about them. This next story is going to demonstrate that. So apparently a gentleman got on a Delta plane, I believe it was. And again, I could be wrong with the airline, but I believe it was a Delta plane. And the guy sits down in his seat, and he smells something like, what the? And he finally looks down, and he's sitting in feces. He doesn't know if it's a person, a dog, whatever, but he's sitting in feces. And he brings it to the attention of the flight attendants. And again, this is my retelling of the story, so it might not be factually correct. I read something 15 hours ago, and I knew I wanted to talk about it. But essentially, the flight attendant said, look, you know what? We told them about that. We told, ground control over here about that. It's not our problem. I don't know what you want us to do. And I guess there's protocols in place that you're supposed to have sanitizing stuff on board, plus you're supposed to stop boarding the plane and get it cleaned up. And essentially, they gave this guy a bottle of gin, drinking gin, and some napkins, and said, go to the bathroom and see if you can clean yourself off. They didn't clean up the seat. They left the crap there. And then when he complained, I guess, again, they basically said, well, go out and speak to somebody out there. It's their issue, not ours. Again, pointing the finger. And so this guy goes out to speak to somebody, and, in his retelling, they came out rather rudely, and their quote was, look, you can get on the plane, or you can miss it. You can go sit down and take your seat, or you can miss it. And it was told that on a couple of occasions by flight attendants as well as out there. Can you imagine what you pay for airfare to have somebody tell you to sit in a pile of crap and just deal with it, and they hand you some napkins? I mean, I think it finally went viral to the point that hopefully Delta gets chastised, and actually I hope they get fined and written up. But forget about all of that. Just forget about the simple human element, human dynamic. You're sitting in a pile of crap, you're a paying customer, you go to the flight attendants who are your go-to people. You can't talk to the pilots, you're on the plane, you can't deboard. And they tell you basically, sit in it or get off. I don't know, it just totally blew me away. So there were two airline stories, only because I flew a week and a half ago did they resonate so much with me, but it was just laughable. So anyway, so here's my question for you guys that I asked. So I went on this journey across America, and I didn't know what to expect when I started. I didn't know what it was going to turn into. I didn't know how it ended up, and I'm home. It was a really neat story. I met a lot of amazing people. I have some really great. It's going to be a really great book that's well underway. But along the way, I've done these videos. Now, I'm not doing them 3 times a day because I don't have pictures to show you guys of here's Kansas, or here's Oklahoma, or here's Missouri, or California. So I'm just kind of going back to talk about myself, because people still seem to have been interested in me, or in, the PTT journey. Because this is still going to continue. There's a whole lot ahead, guys, I promise you. we just got to get there. I've got to get my feet underneath me here, and we're still, like I said, doing the book, doing the children's books, a bunch of things. But anyway, my point is these videos. If people are watching them, I've got no problem leaving them. But I also don't want to waste anybody's time, including my own. I don't want to wait and do videos, or if 5 people are watching them. I know I get feedback from some groups, when or there's kind of a core group of folks that respond to me almost on a daily basis, and I certainly love them and appreciate that. But I mean, I can almost have that dialogue via text or phone call if that's the case. So my question is, if you're watching this video and you like them and you still want me to continue, on a daily basis, I have no problem doing it. I enjoy it. I like sharing some thoughts with you guys. I like keeping you updated on the book and all of that good stuff. But I'd love you to go on my Facebook page if you could, or if you have my number to text me or email me, pttjourney2018@gmail. Just shoot me an email and go, no, man, I still like it. I keep doing it. I do watch it. I might not watch every day, but I like to try and get caught up when I can. I guess I'm just asking you to give me some feedback and communicate with me and let me know. Am I reaching an audience out there all, and are you, the audience, enjoying them? Is there anything you'd rather see me different, talk about, handle the videos different, anything like that? So that's what I'm putting out there to y'all. My email is pttjourney2018@gmail.com. You've got my Facebook page. You can search Point the Thumb Journey on Facebook or YouTube and respond to me. And look, if you want to reach out to me via phone or text, my phone number is 717-554-9847. So I love you guys. Go out and vote. I'm a couple hours away from getting my kids off the bus stop and being Uber dad and getting dinner cooked and all that good stuff. So it'll be a fun night. And thanks for following. I love you. And hang in there for the book. It's coming, guys. I promise you. Take care now. Bye-bye.